Well, we've had to change the timetable, as I mentioned earlier on in the broadcast here today, live and direct from Kristianstad Karting Club. All 36 Senior Max drivers here this weekend are racing in both finals. 14 minutes plus an additional lap. Here is the starting order. Now, I spoke with Charlie Turner, who's on pole position. He said he wasn't expecting it, but he's really, really pleased to be on pole position. He was last year's British Super 1 Rotax Senior Max champion. So he starts on pole. Alongside him will be Simon Sjögren, who was one of the qualifying heat winners yesterday. And we've got Victor Frostbay, who definitely factored in. He starts on third. Alongside will be Rhys Hunter from the United Kingdom. Then we also have Andreas Hebert from France and Sam Harrison completing the top six. Then we have Matilda Olsson, Uppsala's very own young charger. She will be starting from 7th position, and alongside her will be a fellow female racer, the Netherlands' very own Emily de Hoijs. Then it's César Gazot and Victor Poulsen rounding out the top 10. Gazot is only 19 points, as is Ilian Brunsels behind Olsson coming into this round. Philip Vava and Kalle Astran complete row number 6 ahead of Kai Hunter and Conrad Hugo Jul Kristiansen. Then it's Jason Lockwood, Ilian Brunsels, Teddy Clinton, Mikkel Tiggelson, Robin Knutsson and Lewis Gilbert, the Doroi Diamond, rounding out the top 20. Then from 21st onwards, it's Axel Saniala, Ehad Turka, Zombar Kovac, Lori Lepai, Albin Karlsson, Luna Blom, Patrick Rundqvist, starting all the way down in 27th ahead of Lukas Hossman, Teresa Babikova, Mads Ries, Mario Sidla, Laszlo Zueva, Una Oksanen, Erik Bergstrand, Marcus Radny and Elias Kalin. That is your 36-strong grid here. So 14 minutes plus an additional lap. Turner and Sjögren on the front row with Frostbay, Rhys Hunter, Hebert, Harrison, Olsson, de Hoijs, Gazot and Poulsen. That is your top 10. 14 minutes set on the timer plus an additional lap. Do we go revs up, lights out? Yes, we do. And Turner gets the initial advantage. And I have to say that Frostbay's pounced on Sjögren, as has, I think, maybe somebody else there too. So Sjögren already down into 4th position, but Turner trying to steal a march as I'm just seeing who's a little bit further back. Olsson up into 6th position already. And it looks like we've got one. It looks like Andreas Hebert is also factoring in. There's another great move there. Looks like Sjögren's going to go up into 3rd position. Oh, a bit of a tussle there. That was not what he wanted at all. So who is the driver in now? That could be. I'm just trying to keep an eye on what's happening at the moment, but there is a massive train from around 5th backwards, and that is being led by the 352, and that is Victor Frostbay. As there's been a move right for Sjögren's lost out of position now, and that is to one of the hunters, the 333 of Rhys, as Olsson now up into 5th position. Gazot's definitely a couple of positions behind the current points leader. But Rhys Hunter now ahead of Sweden's very own Simon Sjögren. Matilda Olsson now has a target to go for, and it is a fellow countryman. So Matilda Olsson up into 5th. There's more positional changes, some being hung out to dry on the infield part of the main hairpin coming up over the hump here at Kristianstad. But Charlie Turner controlling proceedings. We have 12 minutes and 34 seconds plus an additional lap. But as it looks like, who is that in 2nd position? That looks to be Andreas Hebert from France, from Dames Racing. Rhys Hunter definitely getting a motor on, pulling along Simon Sjögren. Then it is the top 2 in the title fight in 5th and 6th. Matilda Olsson just fractionally ahead of César Gazot. This could really light the fire here at Kristianstad and also in the title hunt. But Charlie Turner definitely trying to control proceedings. He's got just under a 0.3 of a second gap last time around ahead of Hebert from France. So there are 2 Frenchmen in the top 6 already. Hebert in 2nd, Gazot in 6th, and is being dropped by Matilda Olsson is the latter. So at the moment, the top 15 as it stands at the moment, as there might be a move from Hebert on Turner very shortly. Oh, the Frenchman nearly went for it. Got a little bit of a tank slapper there behind Turner. Had to pull out of the move very quickly. Olsson is quickly catching the top 4 with Sjögren just up ahead of the 301 from Strawberry Racing. So let's see what happens. Hebert goes for the lead and takes it from Charlie Turner, but Turner gets the switchback. It's side by side, nearly going down the main straightaway. Rhys Hunter in the tow on Hebert going into turn 1. Turner hangs on to the lead. That was great work from the Brits in the 305. Sjogren now with them as it's nearly 3 abreast. Oh, that's very hairy. Just coming out of the back part of the top 20 there. But Hebert is really trying to have... Now the move has happened. Hebert has taken the lead from Turner. Reese Hunter, run on the back bumper of his countryman. Whoa, Turner found a gap there. Where did that one come from? It's nearly 3 abreast, a little bit further back. Also getting a little bit swallowed up there, as is Gazzo, who's a bit hung out to the outside there. Kai Hunter's now in this mix as well. This is a squabble for 8. This is the top 8. Maybe even make the top 9 if you include Philip Vava. Vava now has an opportunity. This could also bring Victor Paulsson in as it's side by... Well, Ilian Brunstiel's trying to get his way past Conrad Hugo Jul Christensen. But this is an absolute swarm. There's a real dynamic change here as Vava's trying to go up the inside of Sam Harrison. Has he made the move? He has got past the Brit. So at the moment, it is Reese Hunter that is now the leader ahead of Charlie Turner for the moment. Simon Sjogren and Matilda Olsson complete the top 4. Andreas Hebert now drops down into 5th position. Kai Hunter, Cesar Gazzo, Sam Harrison, Philip Vava and Victor Paulsson ran out the top 10, completing the top 15. It's Emily de Hoys, Robin Knutsson, Conrad Hugo Jul Christensen, Ilian Brunstils and Teddy Clinton. Those are the 15 that are looking to get those points. So we're just, now in some respects, this is going to help Matilda Olsson extend the gap as there's been a move for 3rd. Sjogren's been passed by the current points leader. Olsson definitely want to charge forward and get past Charlie Turner and Reese Hunter. She's got 50 on the board at the moment. So on aggregate by a virtual championship standing, Matilda Olsson is currently on 66 points thus far. So let's see what happens. She's closing on Charlie Turner in the braking zones. This is getting very, very close indeed. We're close to completing as there it goes. The move has happened. Charlie Turner's lost out to Matilda Olsson for 2nd place, but he is not giving up without a fight as the Brit. Now this has allowed Reese Hunter to start pulling away. But now, what could happen here? Could it be the fact that Olsson, Turner and Sjogren maybe even make that Kai Hunter as well, who's now up into 5th place? That's getting very dicey there. Philip Vava's now in the top 7. He's trying to go toe-to-toe with Andreas Hebert in the 327 from Danes Racing. And that is for 6th position. The Spaniard can't quite get past just yet. The gap between Reese Hunter and Matilda Olsson last time around was 0.7 of a second. As there's more overtakes happening, Emily de Hoy is looking to keep a hold of the position, but I don't think she will do as Robin Knutsson sends it up the inside of the Dutch driver. Conrad Hugo Jul Christensen definitely trying to get past as well. This is getting very, very close indeed in terms of how much of a gap these drivers are having to mitigate by as there's been a clash. A slight clash there. Looks to be that Ilian Brunstils might have been slightly involved there. Not 100% sure. But I think that Reese Hunter could be losing time to Matilda Olsson. Olsson now really stepping it up a notch. Using as much power and braking as is absolutely required here in Kristianstad. And she's gone and set the fastest lap of the race, a 52.598, as with the 350. Who's a little bit further down, that's Lori Repai. That's around about the battle for 15th position. 5 karts involved. So that's going to be Axel Sarniala, Victor Frostbay, who was severely dropped down the order from 3rd position at the beginning of this race. Gap now between 1st and 2nd, down to just under 0.6. So 0.580 of a second between Reese Hunter and Matilda Olsson, and the gap looks to be dwindling even further. So very shortly we'll find out how much closer Matilda Olsson has got to Reese Hunter. We're now at the halfway point of this final. So 7 minutes plus an additional lap left to go on the clock. The gap's probably going to be around about 0.4 or so. 0.43. So Olsson went just nearly a 1/10.5 quicker than Reese Hunter, who is going to have to hang on and then start to defend that lead. Cesar Gazzo now up into 8th position. Ilian Brunstils up into 13th. This is actually helping Matilda Olsson no end in the championship standings. As Gazzo definitely looking to move up. Has got Philip Vava and Andreas Hebert up ahead. And that's a very, very interesting battle indeed. No, hang on. So Hebert looks to be ahead. Looks to be, I think, is that Gazzo? Well, Gazzo's a little bit further back. However, the amount of battles happening down the order. Ehad Turkers now retired, unfortunately, and that was on lap number 4. And we're about to complete lap number 9. Gap now between first and second. Let's see what that is. 0.35. 52.720 from Matilda Olsson. So she is starting to reel in Reese Hunter for the lead of this race. Charlie Turner and Kai Hunter now are going to start battling over third position. Hebel in fifth place. Philip Vava in sixth position. No, make that fifth. The Spaniards got up ahead. So good move from Philip Vava there, who started on 11th place and now gets ahead of the French driver. As there's more moves happening a little bit further down the order. Looks like we've got quite a few drivers definitely coming under the cosh, so to speak. Victor Poulsen being one of them. We've also got Victor Frostbay all the way down the order, and he is currently in 17th, just ahead of Patrick Grunquist, as the gap now has been further truncated by Matilda Olsson when it comes to being closer and closer to Reese Hunter for the lead. She did a 52.591, and it was a 52.720 for Reese Hunter. Fastest lap now in the hands of Axel Saniala from Finland. 52.522. As Olsson's gone for the lead. Has she got it? Has she made it sick? Yes! Olsson now up into the lead of this race, just ahead as Kai Hunter goes up the inside of Charlie Turner for third place. As Brunsils looks to be making more moves up the order. That's probably going to put him in around about 11th or 12th position. And some drivers really, really coming alive here in this first of two finals. 4 minutes and 14 plus an additional lap to go here. And Olsson now stretches the gap. It was 0.2 of a second to her detriment. It's 0.286. As it looks like Simon Sjogren has got past Cesar Gazo, I believe, on the road there. But Charlie Turner definitely not hanging about. He's trying to keep in touch with Kai Hunter. So, top 15 at the moment. Matilda Olsson leads from Reese Hunter. Kai Hunter in third. Charlie Turner in fourth. Philip Vava from Spain in fifth place, ahead of Andreas Hebel and Cesar Gazo, who completes the top 7. Simon Sjogren in 8th, ahead of Robin Knutsson, with Emily de Hoys completing the top 10. Ilian Brunsils in 11th position. Victor Poulsen, Axel Saniala, Teddy Clinton and Konrad Hugo Jul Christensen ran out the top 15. Those are the points-paying positions. So Olsson definitely trying to do her best. There has been a black and white warning flag issued for the 396, and that is Axel Saniala, as Matilda Olsson regains the fastest lap of the race with a 52.497. However, Reese Hunter is definitely not letting her out of his sight right now. Can I have 202 to the stewards immediately, please? Thank you. So Olsson trying to break the momentum that Reese Hunter might potentially have if he gets into the slipstream and sends it up the inside of turn number 1. Who knows what might happen, but I think she's now starting to pull away. It was 0.349 of a second between first and second. It depends on how much of a slipstream tow advantage Reese Hunter now gets. Let's find out what the gap is now. 0.5. Olsson starting to break that toe. She did a 52.418. Another successive fastest lap from Matilda Olsson. Other positional changes. Patrick Rundqvist and Lewis Gilbert up into 16th and 17th respectively. We've had another retirement, unfortunately, in the form of Teresa Babikova. Mario Sidler up into 30th past Marcus Radney. We've also had no other positional changes, but now the gap is really starting to extend. It was half a second last time around between Matilda Olsson and also Reese Hunter. Charlie Turner is now falling into the clutches of Philip Vava. Cesar Gazo has got to close up and pass Andreas Hebel. This is not going to be easy because they're both teammates, but they're also both countrymen as well. With Cesar rocking the sort of Senna-esque tribute race helmet as it's side by side. I think I saw Lewis Gilbert do a great move up the inside of Victor Poulsen there. That is for 16th. as Patrick Rundqvist now makes it into the top 15. He's 15th behind Teddy Clinton in 14th and Konrad Hugo Jul Christensen. Axel Saniala now up past Ilian Brunstils for 11th. Emily de Hoys now goes through into 9th place as Gazo makes the move on Hebel. That's the move he's needed to do for quite a time, but we have time fast running out here in this first of two 14-minute Senior Max finals. Matilda Olsson's lead was just over 0.75 of a second. Let's see what it is now between her and Reese Hunter. 0.982. The gap is further extended. Axel Saniala retakes the fastest lap of this race with a 52.214. More changes. Lewis Gilbert now behind Patrick Rundqvist. So the Dorey Diamond up into the top 15 and gets a point on the board. Cesar Gazo takes that, as I said earlier, takes that position from Andreas Hebel. Axel Saniala now behind Emily de Hoys, having taken the fastest lap of this race. So the time's about to expire very, very shortly. Matilda Olsson will not cross the finish line before it expires, which it does right about now. That's it. This is the penultimate lap of the race. So, well, this is going to be the penultimate lap, so here we go. So final lap it is for Matilda Olsson, and her lead went from 0.98 to 1.199 seconds over Reese Hunter, and she's just gone and done a 52.4, as there's some brilliant battling between the likes of Jason Lockwood, Kalle Astrand and Zombar Kovac. That's for 22nd position. Ilian Brunstils gets past Simon Sjogren up into 11th position. This is going to be the fact that he will now drop behind Cesar Gazo provisionally in the championship standings. They were level on points, but on countback, Gazo had the initial advantage, taking second on the podium in Adria back in early June. But ladies and gentlemen, checkered flag is going to wave for not just one Swede, it's a second in succession as Matilda Olsson takes another win this season ahead of Reese Hunter. Kai Hunter makes it a brotherly 2-3 ahead of Philip Vava. Charlie Turner just fractionally ahead by 0.073 of a second ahead of Cesar Gazo. Andreas Hebel makes it two Frenchmen in the top 10 ahead of Robin Knutsson. Emily de Hoys and Axel Saniala ran out the top 10 with Ilian Brunstils, Simon Sjogren, Konrad Hugo Jul Christensen, Patrick Rundqvist and Lewis Gilbert being the last of the points finishers here in Senior Max final number 1. But two Swedes winning in the first respective finals. Vilgot Edqvist from Strawberry Racing for Junior Max final number 1. And now it's a double for Strawberry with Matilda Olsson winning on home soil, extending her lead in the championship. 3 wins at the halfway point of the season. Reese Hunter second, Kai Hunter third ahead of Philip Vava, Charlie Turner, Cesar Gazo, Andreas Hebel, Robin Knutsson, Emily de Hoys, Axel Saniala, Ilian Brunstils, Simon Sjogren, Konrad Hugo Jul Christensen, Patrick Rundqvist and Lewis Gilbert rounding out the top 15. From 16th onwards, it's Teddy Clinton, Laurie Lepai, Victor Paulsen, Victor Frostbay down in 19th ahead of Una Oksanen, who recovered very, very well from 33rd position, whereas Frostbay started on the front, second row alongside Reese Hunter. Sam Harrison unfortunately ended up in 21st at the end of the race ahead of Zombar Kovac. Kalle Astrand, Mikkel Tiggelsen, Jason Lockwood, Lucas Horsman, Luna Blum, Laszlo Zueva, Albin Karlsson and Mario Sidler rounding out the top 30. But there we go, 2 Swedes winning 2 finals successively here on home soil in Sweden.